Hello everyone, I'm meteorologist Charlie Ironmonger. Thank you so much for joining me today for your noon news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. First, I want to give you an update on a story we brought you about an hour ago about a missing 12-year-old girl. Now, police provided a short update on the search for 12-year-old Ariel Oliver, sharing that she has returned to her home. Again, the missing child has been found. Good news on that front. Now we want to turn to politics, and recently heard that the RNC Chair, Michael Whatley, will be running for an open North Carolina Senate seat in 2026 with the blessing of President Donald Trump after Trump's daughter-in-law, Laura, passed on the seat. Democrats see the race as their top chance to flip a seat in the midterm elections as they try to regain control of the Senate. Republican Senator Thom Tillis recently made a surprise announcement that he would not run for a third term after clashing with Trump. Whatley's decision was confirmed by two people familiar with his thinking. They were not authorized to discuss the matter publicly before an official announcement and spoke only on condition of anonymity. Now, Trump's asked Whatley, who leads the Republican National Committee, to run, according to one of the people. Now, Politico first reported news of Whatley's plans. Whatley is considered by national Republicans to be a strong contender in the closely watched race, thanks partly to the large fundraising network he has cultivated as chair of the Republican National Committee and his perceived loyalty to the president. Now, Whatley is a well-known name in the state, having previously served as the chairman of the state GOP, and he has no voting record that could be used against him by Democrats. And now we want to turn our attention to your weather forecast. We are staring down a heat wave coming up, really starting over the weekend, but we'll really notice the heat building over the east as early as tomorrow. Here's what we've got coming up as we approach the weekend and the start of next week. We've got a 5-day heat wave on the way, and unfortunately, it's also going to come with very limited relief at night, as our overnight lows are going to be staying in the upper 70s to low 80s. That's right, we may not even get out of the 80s as we head into the latest hours of the day. Now, daytime air temperatures, highs are expected to reach around 93 to 99 degrees. 93, those of you closer to the coast will likely be closer to that range. 93 to around 96 degrees is what I'm anticipating most coastal communities will be at through this heat wave. Inland areas, you're looking more at around 96 to around 99, maybe even up to around 100-degree air temperatures. That will push your heat index well into the triple digits. We're looking at a range between around 105 to around 115 degrees throughout most of eastern North Carolina. That is dangerous heat. You spend too much time outside in that heat, you again run the risk of either heat stress, heat exhaustion, or again, something possibly worse. Maybe the shutting down of bodily organs if you don't listen to your body, which again, you need to do. Make sure if you're spending any amount of time outside over the weekend and through the start of next week, take hydration breaks. Listen to your body. Do what you can, again, to keep yourself cool. And then, of course, always check on your neighbors. Check on your friends, family, and elderly folks who may be more exposed to the heat. Maybe their air conditioning units aren't quite as efficient as they used to be, and they're, again, maybe suffering a little bit more than you. Invite them into your house. Try to bring people in if you can. Again, people who may be a little bit more heat sensitive or may need the assistance. Now, normally we would anticipate air temperatures between around 89 to 93 degrees, generally the low 90s. Overnight lows tend to be in the mid 70s this time of year. Now, again, we are going to be significantly hotter in the upper 90s. It is again going to be a hot stretch that will last at least 5 days, could even go longer than that depending on the arrival of an incoming cold front that's expected to be here either Thursday or Friday of next week. Now, your visible satellite does again highlight some showers and some clouds over parts of eastern North Carolina. We knew we'd have some rain around some of our coastal communities, and well, here we are at noon and we've got just that. Rain showers kind of around the coast and around the sounds. We've got raindrops through Hyde County, Beaufort County, Pamlico, Craven, Carteret, Pender, and portions of Onslow County. A lot of these showers fairly light and small and isolated. but still, again, something to be aware of. If you've got to maybe run some errands, the last thing you want to do is run into a nice little downpour when you've got 2 hands full of groceries and just trying to get back home and put everything away before everything gets too hot. Right now, air temperatures in the mid to upper 80s. We will be approaching the low 90s at times for some inland areas later on this afternoon, but I think the majority of eastern North Carolinians are going to be in the upper 80s later on today. It will certainly feel hotter. Right now already feels like we're in the mid to upper 90s throughout many inland areas. Right now, Edenton reporting a heat index of 100 degrees. And we haven't even hit the true heat yet. Big reason why: humidity has risen over the past few days, well, the past 24 hours really, and that's going to be a continuing factor in your forecast through the next several days. Not just rising heat, but rising humidity. Winds fairly light right now coming in out of the east-northeast. We'll see those winds shift a little bit more to the east-southeast later on this afternoon. But again, air temperatures right around the 90-degree mark, maybe just a couple degrees shy of 90, but it's still going to feel hot thanks to that humidity. Now, the more rain we get, the better it will be for our overnight temperatures, but I don't think we're going to be cooling off that much later on this evening. Air temps likely dropping out of the 80s and into the 70s as we head towards around 11 p.m. to midnight tonight. That will again keep air temps in the mid 70s as we wake up tomorrow morning. A lot of the rain showers will dry up as we head towards 10 and 11 p.m. tonight. And then on Friday, mostly sunny skies. Any sort of cloud cover we have in the morning will be fading away. Slight chance of maybe a few isolated showers for some later Friday evening. I certainly wouldn't hold my breath for those rain chances. Again, right now we've got them set at just 10%, 99 degrees for your Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, 98 on Tuesday and Wednesday. And note your overnight lows in the upper 70s, 77 degrees Saturday night, 79 Sunday night, 78 on Monday night. It is going to be a sweltering time period, but our eyes are on Thursday for that potential relief. Unfortunately, as those showers and storms right along that cold front that will cool us down, because we are so hot, we have so much energy in our atmosphere, and we're going to be humid, we could be experiencing a round of some severe storms as that frontal boundary rolls in. Now, that front hasn't yet developed, so trying to get a good read on exactly what our severe weather threat could be right now is a little bit too early in the game, but it is something I do at least want to make you aware of. First, alert you to it. That way, if you do have any plans coming up at the tail end of next week, you can kind of make some adjustments a little bit earlier than otherwise would have been possible. But that's all we have time for today's noon news and weather update. I want to thank you all so much for joining me. We'll be back with more news and weather coming up at the top of the hour. Until then, I hope you all have a fantastic Thursday.